Good morning, everyone. So we're continuing 10.4. I hope that you all are able to understand this question number 10, the one that we did yesterday. There will be some similar ones, similar like this. Now let's move on to question number 11. 11, I'm picking it up. It's not very much important from your exam point of view, but this is an easier and slightly different one, a little bit different concept. That's why I'm picking it up. Look what the question is saying, right? From the top of a tree 9 meter high, there is a tree. The angle of elevation of the top of the building and angle of depression of the foot of building are respectively 45 and 60. What is the height of the building? Okay, so from the top of a tree 9 meter high, the angle of elevation. Yeah, it mentions angle of elevation. That means we are looking where? Up or down? Looking up, right? Looking up from the top of the tree. Okay, the angle of elevation of the top of a building. We are looking up to the top of a building, and the angle of depression of the foot. Angle of depression. We are also looking down. We are looking up to the top of a building, as this part of the sentence say, and angle of depression of the foot of the building. We are also looking down. We are also looking down. Where? Looking down to the foot of the building. So the angles are given here 45 and 60. Question ones, what is the height of the building? Okay, here we have, this is the ground. We have got the tree here, which is how much? This is 9 meter high. Now here is a building. From the top of the tree, we are looking up and we are looking down. Looking up, we are looking up to the top of the building, looking down to the foot of the building, like this. One thing is missing here, the horizontal part of the horizontal. You are standing right here. The person is staying right here on the top of the tree, so this is supposed to be the horizontal line. So the horizontal line is missing. So first of all, you draw the horizontal line from the place there the person is staying, and then you look up. Look up. Now the angle of elevation is here. Look up at the top of the building, and you look down at the top of the building. So this is the angle of depression. When you look up, this is the angle of elevation. When you look down, this is the angle of depression. So how much are the angles? Angle of depression, the angle of elevation and angle of depression, they are given respectively as one is 45. This is 45 degree. And the other one is 60 degree. Actually, you make it a little long, okay? Make it a little long when you draw it, so that you will be able to make this angle 60 degree. This is quite small. Okay, so let's make it ourselves actually. So how much is the angle of elevation? It's 45. How much is the angle of depression? It's 60. 60 here, 45 here. Okay, let's write it down. This is 45 degree. This is 60 degree. And usually we don't want the angle of depression right here. We make a reverse jet, remember? And then the 60 degree will be shifted down here. In here, instead of keeping this as 60 degree, instead of keeping this as 60 degree, we are going to keep this as 60 degree because they are the same. So this one is also 60 degree. So you have to start naming them. This is the tree, right? Let's name it AB. This is the building. Let's name it CD. So AB here, CD here. There is a point in between here also. It doesn't represent anything, but you have to name it. Let's name it as E. So the question wants what? What is the height of the building? Height of the building is this portion right here. This portion is known. AB is known. How much is AB? This is known. This is 9 meter. So AB will be equal to ED right here. That means if this is 9 meter, this will also be 9. If we know this part right here, then we will add this part and this part. Look, the building is CD. It consists of two parts right here. CE, we don't know how much. ED, we know this as 9 meter. If I add 9 meter and the value that I will be able to find out here, then it will be very easy for us to find out the height of the building, right? So this is 9 meter given. Now let's start the solution. First of all, before solving any equation in height and distance, you have to understand, you have to plan out the strategy. How am I supposed to get the height of the building? The height of the building is CD. ED part is known, CE part we don't know. So our ultimate goal is to find out CE. How to find out CE directly? We have a right angle triangle right here. In a right angle triangle, if one side and one angle is known, we can find out the remaining sides. The angle is known, but this side or this side is not known. We don't know that. But if you take this triangle right here, this is 9 meter, this is 60 degree, one angle and one side is. That way you can find out how much is BD. You can also find out how much is AD, but AD is not necessary, right? We can find out BD. Once we know how much is BD, we can shift the value here. BD will be equal to AE. So our strategy will be find out BD. That value of BD will be equal to AE. After that, in this triangle, once this AE is known, we can find out CE. After that, CD can be found out very easy. So you mentioned here in the figure, AB is equal to 9 meter. What is AB? Is the tree. Where is the building? Building is CD. CD is the building. Okay, you take this triangle right here, and remember, when we have angle of elevation and angle of depression question, we don't use sine theta and cos theta, we use tan theta. So when you take in this triangle, you have to take tan 60 degree. All right. So in triangle, you mentioned the triangle. In triangle, what is this triangle called? ABD. So in triangle ABD, you take tan 60 degree. How much is it? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite is opposite of 60 will be AB. Opposite adjacent of 60 degree will be BD. So we will have AB divided by BD. So you put the value of a 1060, it will be root 3. Do we know AB? Yes, we know 9 divided by BD. Our goal is to find out BD first. BD will be equal to 9 divided by root 3. We just exchange space between these two. Now we don't want, as I have mentioned in one of the previous questions, we don't want square root. These are called radicals. We don't want radicals there. So in order to remove them, you have to multiply root 3 above, root 3 below. Numerator is 9 root 3. Denominator is root 3 into root 3 will be how much? It will be 3. Now you can cancel them out, 3 and 9. We will have 3 here. So finally the value remaining is 3 root 3 meter. This is how long? 3 root 3 meter long. If this is 3 root 3 meter, then same thing AE will also be 3 root 3 meter. So you mentioned here, therefore, AE is equal to BD. Therefore, AE is equal to how much? 3 root 3 meter. Okay, now come to the triangle above. We have taken this triangle down here already, right? You come to this triangle above right here. How long is this? This is 3 root 3. What's our goal? Our goal is to find out CE. So again here you have to take up tan because angle of elevation depression we only use tan theta. So you use tan 45 degree. In what triangle? In this triangle right here. ACE. Okay, let me just do it on the side. In triangle ACE, tan 45 degree. This will be how much? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite is this part right here. Adjacent is this part right. So opposite by adjacent. So CE divided by AE. Tan 45 degree will be CE divided by AE. You put the value of tan 45 degree. Tan 45 is how much? 1. CE, we don't know. We are supposed to find out CE. So keep the CE down here. And AE, we know that from here, the value of AE is 3 root 3 meter, right? So you put the value as 3 root 3. Cross multiply, we will have CE is equal to 3 root 3 meter. Okay, what's our goal? Our goal was actually to find the height of the building. Height of the building is this whole portion right here, CD. But we break CD into these two parts, CE plus ED. So you mentioned here, if I want the value of CD, CD is equal to CE plus ED. The value of CE, we have found it out from here, 3 root 3. The value of ED, we don't need to find it out because AB and ED are equal. AB is 9 meter. So is ED also. ED is also 9 meter. So CE, you have to put 3 root 3. ED, you have to put 9 meter. Okay, what can we do here? We can take out the common factor. We can take out 3 common factor. 3 from here, 3 from here. So we will have 3 whole bracket root 3 plus. If I take 3 common factor from 9, then there will be 3 remaining. So the final value of CD, it will be this part right here. Done. Okay, you copy this. You have to mention here, therefore, the height of the tree is this much right here. Okay, copy this. Take your time, but make it quick. Okay. Okay. As Sir have mentioned, you just one of you tell me. Don't wait till I ask. Just tell me when any one of you is when all of you are over. Remember that this question, it can be given as 4 mark or a 5 mark. Okay, if you are able to understand how to draw and the strategy to solve the question that what the question is asking, then easily you can get 5 marks or 4 marks.
So finish.
All right then. Any question, anything from any of you, anything that you don't understand?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, how is A is equal to BD?
AE is equal to BD. Look, this is a triangle. No, sorry. This is a right. This is a rectangle. When you have trees and buildings, they don't. Buildings, they are not given like this, right? They are not built like this. Or trees, they don't usually grow like this, right? They are supposed to be upright. So if this is the perpendicular, if this is the ground, then the building is perpendicular, the tree is also perpendicular. All right, that means when you join this, what we are getting is we are getting a rectangle. What happens in the rectangle? In a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal, these two also. So this AEDB, yeah, this whole thing AEDB, this is a rectangle. So in a rectangle, AB is equal to ED, AE is equal to BD. Clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, question number 13. This is a slightly different and a very easy one, different from the rest of them. So, question is saying a pole is partially broken by the wind and its top touches the ground at an angle of 30 degree at the distance of 8 meter from the foot of the pole. Question 1, find the whole length of the pole. A pole, there is a stick. Pole means that there is a stick. Okay, so this is the ground right here. This is a stick. The stick was AB. What happened? It is partly broken by the wind. It's not broken wholly, but it's partly broken. Let's say it is broken right here. So at this point, it is broken. Let's name it C. That means when it is broken, this whole AC part, it will fall down the ground, isn't it? Here, this part right here, it will fall down to the ground like this. So the broken part, I'm drawing it with red. The broken part fell down to the ground. The question says, top touches, this top right here, the A is here, so make it A. The top touches the ground at an angle of 30 degree. So this angle right here is how much? 30 degree. And what happened is at the distance of 8 meter from the foot of the pole. Here is the foot of the pole, right? The top touches the ground. The top is where? Top is here. Foot and the top of the pole, there is a distance of how much? 8 meter from 8 meter from the foot of the pole. So this distance right here, this is 8 meter. The question wants find the whole length of the pole. The whole length consists of two parts. This BC part right here and this AC part right here. This AC part right here is broken and fallen down here. When you look at this right angle triangle, AC is the hypotenuse part. And this BC, the unbroken part. We don't know this one, but with respect to the 30 degree, this is what? This is opposite and this is the hypotenuse. Okay, our goal is to find out BC, how much, and how much is AC. We are not going to find out AC from here, but rather from the right angle triangle. We will find out BC from here, AC from here. We will add the two, and then we will get how much? Whole length of it, right? Okay, what is given? This is angle 30 degree. With respect to this, BC is what? This is the opposite. This is the hypotenuse. If I want to find this out, this is opposite. What is given? This is given. AB is given, and we have to find out opposite. What is AB? AB is the adjacent. What connects adjacent and opposite? What is the ratio, the trigonometric ratio that has opposite and adjacent in it? It is tan theta, right? So if you use tan theta, we will be able to find out BC. We will be able to find this out. After that, this is hypotenuse. What is given? If I want to find out hypotenuse, you have to look for what is given. What is given is AB is given as 8 meter. So this is the adjacent with respect to the angle 30 degree. With respect to the 30 degree, this is the adjacent. So adjacent and hypotenuse, what trigonometric ratio has it? Cos has it. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So this is no longer only angle of elevation depression where we use tan theta, but we are going to use tan theta and cos theta. Tan theta to find out the opposite since adjacent is given, and cos theta to find out the hypotenuse since adjacent is given. Okay, let's start the solution. The solution, let's start it like this. Here, AB is the pole. Where is it broken? It is broken at C, and the top A touches ground where AB is equal to 8 meter. So the whole length of the pole AB is how much? AC plus CB, right? So we will use that later on. In triangle ABC, first of all, we want to obtain this BC, opposite. Opposite we want, adjacent is given, opposite and adjacent, we will use tan theta. So tan 30 degree. Opposite is how much? BC. Adjacent is how much? AB. Whatever value that we can have, you have to substitute them. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. BC is how much? BC we don't know. We are supposed to find it out. AB is how much? 8. Cross multiply, we will have BC root 3 is equal to 8. And if you find out BC, it will be 8 divided by 3. We have got BC, right? Now it's time to find out AC. AC is where? AC is here, this part, the fallen part right here, which is the hypotenuse. We know adjacent and we want hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse, which trigonometry ratio has that? Cos theta, as I mentioned. So also, how much is cos 30 degree? Adjacent by opposite. Adjacent is AB. Opposite is AC. Cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. So put in the value of AB. We have 8 there. And AC is how much? AC is, we don't know. We are supposed to find it. Cross multiply. We have got AC root 3 is equal to 16. Implies that when we find out AC, we have got 16 divided by root 3. Okay, we have one more step remaining. If we want to find the height of the pole, we are going to add AC and BC. So AC is 16 by root 3 and BC is 8 by root 3. We will add the two. All right. So that's one more step. We have ran out of space. So copy this first.
So finish.
All right then. So we have to find the whole length of the pole, right? So let me rub it off from here. So if I want the whole length of the whole length of the pole will be AB. So you mention here length of the pole. I'm rubbing the upper part of this one also. AB will be how much? We have to add AC and CB. So the value of AC is this part right here, and the value of BC. So AC is this part right here, BC is this part right here. Since there is a root 3 common, we can add the numerator 8 plus 16, which will be 24 divided by root 3. And remember, we don't want the radical forms in the denominator, so you have to multiply root 3 above, root 3 below. Numerator will be 24 root 3 now. Denominator will be root 3 into root 3. As you all know, it will be 3. Cancel 3 and 24, we get 8 here. So final value will be 8 root 3. Okay, copy this one again. So length of the pole is how much? 8 root 3. You can finish here also if you want. No, sorry. You can finish here if you want. Everything is given in meter, so you have to have meter in there in the final value.
So finish.
Okay. Now moving on to a slightly complicated one. This is going to take a little bit long, okay, but it's very short. But explaining will take some time. So question number 15, it is saying the angle of elevation. Okay. When you see angle of elevation, the thing that you should remember is we are always looking angle of elevation of a bird from the eye of a man on the bank of a pond is 30 degrees. And the angle of depression of its reflection in the pond is 60 degrees. Find the height of the bird above the pond if the distance of the eye from the foot of the man is 1.5. Let me explain it part by part. Angle of elevation of a bird from the eye of a man. There is a man here. There is a man standing. This is the ground. There is a man standing. What happened is he is looking up. Angle of elevation, that means he is looking up, right? He is looking up to a bird, right? His eye is around here. So he is looking up to a bird. He is sitting somewhere on the bank of a pond. So if there is a bank pond, the bird must be sitting at some taller place. So let's say from this part, let me just rub it off. So, this part right here, let's say the pond starts right here. This red portion is the pond. Okay, I'm just drawing the surface. So here is the ground. The ground is where the man is standing, and this part is the pond. So here is the bank of the pond. That means the sides of the pond, right? The bird must be sitting at a place which is a little taller than the person itself. Otherwise, the person won't be looking up, isn't it? So the bird is sitting at a taller place like this. Here is a bird. Then there must be a reflection on the pond also. And by the laws of physics, what you should understand is if this is the height of the bird, the reflection is supposed to be down below at a similar height, right? Similar to the mirror when you are looking at the mirror. Let's say this is the mirror. If you're here, then the distance between you and the mirror, the image will be formed behind the mirror. The image that you are seeing, it will be behind the mirror at the same distance. Okay. So likewise, when the bird is above here, there will be a reflection. The reflection image will be down below. If this is suppose example, let's say 5 meter tall, this will also be how much? 5 meter down below. So there is a reflection down below. Let me draw the reflection with red. This is the reflection down below. And the person is angle of depression of its reflection. So angle of elevation of a bird. The person is looking up to the bird. So the person is looking up to the bird like this. If the person is this one, then there must be a horizontal line. So you have to draw the horizontal line first. So this angle is how much? 30 degree. The angle of elevation of the bird is how much? 30 degree. And what else? Angle of depression of its reflection. The reflection is down below. And as I've told you, the height of the bird from the pond will be same as height or the depth of the reflection. Okay, this is a physics thing. So reflection will be down here. The person is looking down at the reflection, and this angle of depression is how much? 60 degree. The question says, find the height of the bird above the pond. Here is the pond. Here is the bird. Find the height of the bird above the pond. The question is asking this part right here. If the distance of the eye from the foot of the man is 1.5. Eye is here. Here, the person has eye here and the foot is here. The distance of the eye from the foot is how much? 1.5 meter according to the question. So let's say the person is AB. How tall is AB? It is 1.5 meter. We are not taking his total height, we are taking the length from his feet to the eye. And then we don't know the others. We know the angle of elevation and angle of depression of the bird and its reflection. Okay, so let the bird be at point C. D is the pond, and this, let's say C prime. Okay, since the bird is C, let's say the reflection is C prime is the reflection. And what you should know is distance from here to here should be equal to distance from here to here because it's a reflection. In order to prove that, you can see it in a very long mirror by yourself. You see, if you go back when you are in front of the mirror, when you go back, the image also go back. When you go towards the mirror, the image also comes towards the mirror. So the distance between the object, this is the object. Let's say this is the mirror instead of the pond. This is the object. Distance between the object and the mirror will be same as distance between the image and the mirror. So CD should be equal to C prime. What is our goal? What the question was? Find the height of the bird above the pond. We want this part right here. How much is CD? Okay. So there is a point here also which doesn't indicate anything, but let it be named as E. Yeah, similar thing. This is a rectangle. So if this part is 1.5, this ED part will also be 1.5. So this part will also be 1.5. Okay, now consider that this CD is X. That means this C prime D will also be X, right? So if the CD is X, C prime D, this distance right here from reflection to the pond, it will also be X. Okay then, uh, let's first mention here what are what first. Solution. Let AB be the distance of the eye from the feet of the man. Where is the bird sitting? The bird is sitting at C. D is the pond. D is the pond. What happened is C is the bird. C prime is its reflection. Okay. So now for convenience of calculation, we are taking CD to be X. So C prime D will also have the same value and it will also be X. Let CD is equal to C prime D is equal to X. Make it equation number 1. Wait a minute. All right. Look, when you take this whole triangle, this part right, if you have angle of elevation depression equation, no sine theta, no cos theta, always tan theta. You can use cot theta, but we don't want that. So in this triangle right here, when you use 10 30 degree, there is a 30 degree here. What is the opposite? Opposite is the CE part. Adjacent is what part right here? This part right here, AE. This is the adjacent, sorry. This is the opposite. I've just spoken it in the reverse order. The opposite of 30 is CE, adjacent is this. Okay, now consider this triangle. In triangle ACE, we have to use 10. 10 30 degree will be how much? It will be opposite by adjacent. Opposite is CE, adjacent is A. So 10 30 degree, let's just put in the value. It will be 1 by root 3 is equal to, let's put CE and let's put A. We are not going to change anything. Let's just put this as equation number 5. Now you take the larger triangle down below. This is 60 degrees, so opposite must be this part. The opposite of 60 degree must be this part right here. C prime E, right? This is C prime. This part right here is the opposite, and adjacent will still be A. So you take triangle, this triangle right here. What is the name? A C prime E. There is no D in there, D is in between. So A C prime E. You take this triangle. You use the 10 again. So this time it won't be 10 30, it will be 10 60 degree now. 10 60 degree will be opposite by adjacent. Opposite of 60 is C prime E, and adjacent is how much? A. Equation, no, sorry. So you have to put the value of 10 60 as root 3 C prime E divided by A. This is equation number 2. Remember, our goal is to find out CD. Okay, CD, what have we taken it as? We have taken it as X. So once we find out the value of X, we will be able to find out how high the bird is sitting above the pond. Okay, you copy up to here. Any question up to this point? Any question from any of you up to this point? No question? All right then. You have to understand how is this equal. All right. The height of the bird is equal to the depth of the reflection. Just put a small wording in here. Height of the bird is equal to depth of the reflection. Order is, you have to copy down here and then continue.
Sir, finish.
Okay. Look, I'm running everything off except for the equation 1 and equation 2. Right. So there is a necessity to keep the diagram. It's raining heavily also. Can you all hear? Is the audio okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then. So I'm keeping the equation 1 above and the equation 2 also. Now let's divide the equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, let's divide 1 and 2. When you divide equation 1 and equation 2, 1 is being divided by equation. Better to divide 2 and 1. Let's say you divide equation 2 and equation 1. So you have to put all of the left hand side on the left hand side first. Root 3 divided by 1 by root 3. C prime E by A divided by CE by. You have to put the 2 first, right? So 2 is here. And you have to put the equation 1 down below. Left hand side down below, right hand side down below. Now what I can do here is I can cancel down AE and AE. Right, they are the same. And this root 3 has to go outwards. Root 3 will be multiplied with root 3. So we will have root 3 into root 3 on the left hand side and C prime E divided by CE on the right hand side. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. C prime E. Okay, time to find out what is C prime E. C prime E is this part right here, isn't it? Look at the highlighted. Focus on the highlighted portion. This is CE. CE consists of two parts. One part is this, one part is this. So this down part, it is equal to X, and this small part here, it's equal to 1.5. So this C prime in and E, we have to add X and 1.5. Get it? This part is X, this part is 1.5. So the total should be X plus 1.5. So instead of writing C prime E, I can write left hand side is usually root over 3. Left hand side part is 3. Instead of C prime E, I can write X plus 1.5 by. What about CE? CE is this part right here. How much is CE? We don't know. But we can make it like this. CE will be after X, you subtract this portion right here. From this whole portion, if you subtract the ED portion, then we are going to get this CE portion, isn't it? So CD is X. From X, we have to subtract this part, which is 1.5. So CE will be put as X minus 1.5. Cross multiply, there is a 1 down below. Cross multiply this and this. So 3 and X minus 1.5, it will be 3x minus 1.5 into 3 will be 4.5. What about the right hand side? This and this will be multiplied. Since there is 1 down there, we will have x plus 1. Let's bring the x to the other side. We will have 3x minus x, 1.5 plus 4.5. 3x minus x is 2x. 1.5 plus 4.5, you add them, you will be getting 6.0. No need to put 0.0. So I can remove the 0.0. So how much is x? X is equal to 6 by 2, which is 3. What we wanted was we wanted CD, right? CD, we have taken it as x. We have found out the value of x also. X is how much? It is 3 meters. So you can say here, therefore, let me write it in red. Height of the bird above pond is how much? 3 meters. All right. Very easy. Just you have to understand the division and how is C prime E made into this and how is CE made into this. You have to understand that. That's it. Okay, copy this. Order goes this way.
Sir, where do you get 4.5?
You multiply this and this, right? You understand the cross multiplication, isn't it? 3x minus 1.5 is equal to 1x plus 1.5. If you multiply 3 and x, we get 3x. If you multiply 3 and 1.5, look, 1.5 into 3, 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are 3, 4. The point we have to put here. So 3 into 1.5 is 4.5.
Sir, we finish.
Finished. Any question? Anything? This is a very one of the most frequented questions from your board exam. Okay, you have to take this as the top priority question from this exercise 10.4. So very frequented question. All right. Okay, the remaining is a little bit long. I don't think we will have time to do that for today. It will take at least 20 minutes. Okay, so let's finish here. All right, today's Friday. So I will see you all on Monday.